boys and girls, children of all ages, non-binaries, and transgenders. This is the Ultra Heelz Wrestling Podcast live from Bravery Studios in Garfield, New Jersey. Why is my phone on? Silence. All right. I am Darth Messiah, the Dark Side Savior, always and forever, owning towards behavior. Mr. DM, find me your mama's DMs. Why? Because I'm trying to get my baby. Nobody can stop me. And on the phone, as always, the OG, the triple OG of the Ultra Heelz.
It's your boy Alex the motherfucking Hill, aka the Stan Lee of podcasting, also known as the leader of the fuck the Miss McMahon and 205 trash, and now the Survivor Series of 2021 as show. Also known as the man if you're going to flip a crossface, make a run to a crossface, and you can find that on the new MySpace.
Word. And the franchise on the boards, Mr. J. Kidd.
Over here, not surviving the Survivor Series. I didn't survive any of those matches. I just were dead, man.
All right. Yeah, all right. I was going to save that for the end, but since y'all want to talk about it. See, I had a little power problem at my house. I paid the bill, but they fucked up on their end. So I didn't watch it till Wednesday. I want that 4 hours of my life back.
I do, too.
I waited 3 days for that.
Good thing your power went off on that day, because
Like,
you really shouldn't have watched
I
it.
knew Charlotte and Becky was going to be the best match of the night. I don't understand why they put it on first. But, yeah, it was just all downhill from there.
It was a great kickoff.
Yeah, great kickoff.
Great kickoff, but should have been the main event.
And I see they still don't like SmackDown. Mm-hmm. It was what 5-1. Raw won the first 5 matches, and then SmackDown won the main event, which was Roman.
What is this? Three consecutive years now?
No, Raw's won 2 consecutive years.
2?
Yeah.
Did SmackDown win 2019?
Yeah, the SmackDown won 2019 because that was the year Miz and Shane were on the team, and AJ Styles.
That's right.
Yeah, that was that year, and I think Bray Wyatt was on that team. Because that was that really badass team from that 1 year.
That was a good team.
But 2018 was when Raw won all the matches except for the pre-show where the Usos won, but they didn't count it.
So who won the pre-show this year?
Damian Priest.
Damian Priest, right?
Yeah. So it was, if you want to count that too, everybody won except for Roman.
Well, technically Roman did win, kind of.
Well, no, I'm sorry. Everybody except for Big E. Everybody from Raw.
Everybody except for Big E. Roman's the only SmackDown that actually won.
Yeah.
So, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, they needed him to win because he already got pinned by Mr. King Woods, so that already kind of fucked up his streak of not being pinned by anybody in the last certain amount of days. So he had to win that day.
No, I thought Woods won by DQ.
No, Woods had pinned him one time before.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yes.
Yeah, so like once he got pinned, WWE just kind of went down the line of, Roman's been pinned by Xavier Woods, so he no longer had not been pinned. It's just like, okay, well, I knew he was gonna win Survivor Series up to this point.
Speaking of Woods, man, I heard that Xavier Woods doesn't care if he gets released now.
Yeah, because they fucked him on the YouTube.
Yeah, I mean.
Now... Oh, and the podcast is also on pause too.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The last 2 months they're just doing best of episodes. Yeah, the podcast podcast is on pause. Yep.
Terrifying. Very terrifying.
That let you know that right there. How Kanye said it. Hey, George W. Bush don't care about black people. Vince McMahon doesn't care about black people.
Oh, well, and then they had the bullshit with the egg.
First of all, one. Let me talk about that. That's the one thing that kind of hurt my nerve the most. So, you fired 100 and something now people.
Yeah.
You show up with a fucking egg from a movie that only cost them not even $1 million to make.
Mm-hmm.
Say it's worth $100 million. And then you get out the car, people cheering you because they're already scared they're going to get fired.
Mm-hmm.
And then you show them the egg. They don't know what to do. You look at them evilly, make them cheer. And all I saw was, if you don't fucking clap, you all are fired. And I was like, yo, this nigga's a dick. I don't even care for Vince no more, bro.
Yeah. First of all, why is this the return of Vince McMahon to TV? To bring this stupid egg from the movie? Fucking Adam Pearce could have done that.
Yeah, but it wouldn't have been right because Adam Pearce don't dick ride The Rock like Vince McMahon does.
That is true. That is true.
And
That's
it's
true.
like McMahon is dick riding The Rock.
He do dick ride him. Like literally, if The Rock said, "Hey, bro, I need you to spread them cheeks," Vince would be like, "You want me to get the lube, or you want you to sweat?"
He was like, "Oh, this is gonna make The Rock angry." Like there was a time you just didn't give a fuck if he got angry.
Yeah, he did give a fuck then, but then that's when The Rock wasn't bringing in that bread. But then when The Rock merchandise was selling $1 million a day, oh yeah, you start kissing ass. So you don't want that to leave. And when The Rock show up now, if you put boots to asses on, let's say, a toothbrush sold by WWE and made it $40, it would sell out in a day.
I saw a meme that says WWE talked about The Rock for 4 hours and he never showed up. And then the other part of the meme said AEW hinted at CM Punk for 2 months and then he actually showed up.
Word.
Yeah,
and then they said The Rock was going to be there on Raw, and then people that watched Raw was like, there's nobody really here. Like, everybody, I guess, got pissed off at the pay-per-view the day before, and they didn't show up for their Raw tickets.
Now, you sent me that video of some guy. He was taking a pictures of his seats at the pay-per-view. Yeah. He was, like, all the way up top, like, behind the curtain. That I say that guy was lying. That was not his actual seats. He just walked over there and took a picture.
No. From what Smooches told me, Smooch told me, Skirt from Instagram is one of my friends told me, and someone else told me. No, there was people sitting behind that curtain. There was seats. They were sold.
No, but here's the thing though. If the arena was that empty, just fucking go sit somewhere where you can see.
God, WWE got this thing now where you really can't really move your seat if you already up there. Because if that was true. If that was true, Smooches would have moved where she was at. Even though Smooches was on the side of the hard camera, where the camera was facing, she was like, yeah, I saw some seats in front of me. She was like, and I went to go try to go down that bitch, and they would not let me get down there. I guess they got tired, especially Survivor Series at the Enzo incident. I don't think they let nobody get up and move around seats anymore.
Well, when there's not enough people in the building, they need to move them because they can't have an empty building. It has to be a sellout.
Well, that's a lie. Remember, they had an empty building one time before, and they turned down the lights.
Yeah. So then on Raw, we had the Vigilante attack the Seth Rollins. Now, that wasn't as bad as some people were making it out to be. I think Chavo Guerrero took a shot at Seth Rollins.
No, but that's just it. It wasn't as bad as you thought it was. For simple fact, that dude busted a barricade and did that, right?
Yeah.
But there was a fan that was trying to fuck him up before he did it, and the fan got kicked out.
Okay, I didn't hear that part.
I thought I sent you the video. There's a video of the dude getting escorted out through the crowd, and there's a video of this tall dude getting escorted out through the crowd too. And he was like, "Bro, I didn't do nothing. I was trying to stop him. I'm not even with him," and they didn't care. They escorted him out also.
Okay.
And then later on that night, they had a dark match, and some dude was talking shit to Montez Ford. And he walked down to the barricade, and MVP got his face. He was like, "You want to come over here? You bring your ass over here. You're gonna get knocked the fuck out." And then him and Sami Zayn was cursing that dude out, and the dude walked back. And then some black dude posted on Twitter. He was like, "Yeah, yo," he said, "Montez Ford straight doo doo. I'm talking all that shit, and that motherfucker ain't say nothing." But he said, "I respect MVP because MVP was talking shit back." I'm like, "What are y'all?"
That part I saw. I saw that part.
You guys are pussy? What's wrong with y'all? Y'all from New York. Y'all gotta understand. These motherfuckers been working on fucking niggas up for fake for a long time. They've been wanting a chance for somebody to get over that damn barricade so they can really stomp his ass out.
Yeah,
y'all gonna get your asses beat.
Yeah, so back to Seth Rollins. He gets speared by this guy that had a 100-foot head start. Yeah. You can't stop that. So, but once he got him down, Seth put the fucking front face lock on him. Yeah. That guy wasn't going anywhere.
No, he wasn't. He was there.
It was either he's going to sleep or security's taking him away. And security took him away.
Put him to sleep.
But did you hear his story, though, when he got out, though?
Oh, yes. He said he did it for The Rock.
Yeah, he did it for The Rock.
I did it for The Rock. I did it for the bloodline.
Bruh, he posted a whole video saying, Vince McMahon and Paul Heyman knew I was going to do this because they allowed me to do this. What? But no.
He's going to be a wrestler. He's going to come out next week.
This is the thing that bothers me, though, right? Somebody online said, I blame AEW for this shit. And I said, how the fuck do you blame that for this? Because that makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
If he did it for the bloodline, that wasn't AEW. So why the fuck would you blame AEW for some shit that they ain't got nothing to do with?
Really
Well, there was that guy that Jericho punched earlier this year.
Jericho had some.
Yeah, but you gotta think about it. AEW would have been around for how long now?
What is it? They're going on. I think this is starting year 3 now.
Oh, 3 years.
Yeah, and only had one guy to the barricade. How many motherfuckers have jumped the barricade in WWE?
I'd say at least once, like every 2 years.
Once every 2 years or more than that. Because don't forget when that shit happened with Brett. They had that one before when that nigga walked out with Roman. They had another one with a dude touched the barricade and they tackled him. They had like 4 in 1 year. Not even 1 year. They had 4 in like a 3-month span.
Oh yeah, that's what.
And
yeah.
I was like, bro, like WWE had this shit constantly because these motherfuckers think this shit is beyond real. Like this shit. I really feel like these niggas be betting money on shit and they know they about to lose some bands, so they got to jump over the barricade and help save their money.
Need those glass barricades again.
Yeah.
Nah, we need that built that security guard from the Attitude Era. These yoke niggas up trying to jump over the barricade.
True.
You don't need these little ass indie wrestlers that don't know what the fuck they're doing. Hey, we need you to go out there and be security. Nigga, I'm a wrestler. I don't know how to be security. What the fuck?
Them securities be wrestlers though.
You
know how Vince is.
Well, I think he's talking about like building security.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think Travis Scott security probably would have been better.
See, that's a whole nother story. That's a whole nother story.
That's a story. That's a story I like to talk about all the time. I talk about it every day to people.
Word.
It ain't his fault. But let's get back to the Survivor Series and how I was so looking forward to just the women the title match each other, and then the heavyweight universe title versus each other, and then I did not care for anything else.
Basically, yes.
Like even RK Bros versus the Usos, that was cool and all, but I could have watched that on a regular show. I didn't need to watch that pay per view.
That would have been a great TV main event.
It would have. Kind of like the that Riddle would actually dress up as Randy Orton. Did you guys see that week?
First of all, boy, Randy looked at him like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But then we hit that RKO on fucking dog. I was like, you know what? Randy gonna like that. Randy was out there cheering like he was a schoolgirl.
Yeah.
I say, oh yeah, these two are real friends and outside of work now.
Yeah. I have some random Vince McMahon news.
Like those? Let's go.
It's an excerpt from John Moxley's book. I ran into Vince on his way to the gym, and we spoke for like an hour at 2 a.m. in a hotel lobby. Renee and I had just had sex, and I was shirtless. I was going to the vending machine, and it was the best conversation we ever had.
That sounds weird of a conversation.
Like, hey, back Dean.
Hey there, Ambrose. What's going on there?
Moxley. Nah, we're kind
No, I'm guessing this was while he was still working for WWE.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, he decided to talk to Vince in a hotel hallway with sweat sex on his body.
Remember those days?
Damn. Wow. Still a conversation I don't want to have with Vince.
Yeah.
Because you know he's a crazy motherfucker too.
Well, now that we talked about Backlash 2021, let's go and talk about AEW.
All right.
Word.
AEW Dynamite. First of all, I believe Raw has started with a promo every week for the last 10 years now, since they stopped wrestling in the opening segment. So CM Punk and MJF proceeded to have a 21-minute promo.
And I was here for all of it.
Absolutely. All of it.
Me too.
Every single word that they said.
It was godlike.
Let me tell you something. They was hitting so many quotes that I was like, damn it, I should write these down. These shits are never going to get this good again. Jesus, Lord.
MJF is a less famous Miz.
Oof, that one got me. I was like, oh, shit.
We might as well.
Wait, hold on. Before you go further, when he said that he was a lesser version of Miz, you see MJF go, fuck you. You see CM Punk go, you a bitch.
You
And I'll
saw
go,
that
oh my
face.
God, I'm so here for this shit, son.
MJF then said, we should call you PG Punk. And you might as well start preaching hustle, loyalty, and respect.
Oh, MJF also said, I'm going to end this faster than your UFC career.
Ooh,
And then CM
damn.
Punk came back with the line of all lines. You will never be number one. You had to be here long enough that Tony Khan had a daughter. And I was like, oh my God. He
That
called
was
Triple H.
Yep.
Oh.
That was a shot at
I
Triple
said,
H.
at this point right now, we got the real hand. We got to really fight. Because I feel like that wasn't part of the script. You said it on your own. And now we got to fight. Like, CM Punk is not a guy you want to talk shit to on TV. I feel like CM Punk had a lot of this shit built up inside him for years. And he can finally get away with saying this shit. I don't think he cares. I would never want to talk to CM Punk like that because then we got to fight. We just got to fight at this point.
Man, they were dropping so many bars just like URL.
Word. And I thought this was Freestyle Fridays on fucking 106 Park.
Yo, word. It's like Blind Fury against Jin.
That reminds me, I see Blind Fury down here a couple of times. I actually hung with him.
Oh man, I forgot about Blind Fury.
Blind Fury's
He's still making music though. He's down here still making mixtapes and shit. He's still a legend in Charlotte.
Yeah, man.
Because I remember Jin signed with Rough Riders, and then you never saw him again.
Never, ever.
First of all them niggas signed with somebody, and all them niggas never got singing again.
That's true. Another bar.
But yeah, Blind Fury was dope though. I'll
Blind
give
Fury
you.
was dope.
He was dope.
I love his fucking lyrics, man. What he spit every night. Every
But
Freestyle Fridays was dope.
AEW Dynamite was actually a lit show that's starting to get weird and good at the same time because I suspect for them to be good for a couple of weeks and then go bad for a couple of weeks. But as soon as I think, this episode's going to be trash, they always do something to make me end up want to watch them more. And I'm like, yo, at this point now, I really don't care for WWE because AEW is like, hey, you want to go out there and say something about WWE? Say it. You want to talk shit about somebody in another place? Say it.
Oh,
you want to go out there and start a fight with somebody? Say it.
Like
they don't care.
Like last week when Daniel Bryan brought up, I won the world title at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Word.
Well,
And he said I fought the next night after that, and I was like, "Yo, he has a point. He did though."
Tony Khan probably went to them guys. Is like, yo, get your traumatic experience in the ring. Traumatic experience from WWE in the ring.
Can you imagine if Brody was still alive and Brody was able to get on the mic and actually say what he really wanted to say without doing them damn Vince vignettes? I feel like Brody would have been the top star just off the shit that he would have said.
Brody would have been amazing, bro, on the mic and on the.
To be honest, at this point, almost everybody who used to work for WWE has gotten on the mic and said some shit about WWE, and I'm like, I just want to watch AEW more now because they can voice what they want to voice. They know they're not never going to back WWE no time soon, so they don't care.
By the way, did you hear that? You guys heard it. Another bar was dropped from CM Punk. He was like, yo, your time slot is mostly taken over by DMD.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah. Oh, because they was talking about the 4 pillars, and he said, you're so something, and then you don't even realize you've been replaced by Britt Baker.
Boy, CM Punk dropping these fire, bro. Like, I don't know, man. I know I Fox mad why Vince didn't do that deal.
Word. Now, Cody, what do you feel about Cody? He's actually hinting at turning heel after he said he's not going to turn heel.
I think Cody realized that him being a face was cool when the company started, but now they have a substantial amount of wrestlers that all are somewhat good on the mic or good as hell on the mic or just good in the ring that he don't have to be on the show every day. So now I guess he's like, fuck it, I could be a heel and just show up when I need to show up, not have to be here really every damn day to do this shit. And I'm here for it.
Because on Dynamite, you know how he takes off his belt and he throws it in the crowd, like doing like a heat spot. So this week they threw the belt back at him.
I saw, and I was like, they about to do a CM. They also said they want to do a ECW invasion where he throws it in every corner and everybody throws it back. And I'd have been like, you throw it at me, I'm keeping it. I'm not throwing that shit back.
I mean, the John Cena thing where he throws his shirt to the crowd and they throw it right back.
Boy, they threw that bitch back like 3 times, and I was like, just stop, just stop, Cena. Like you're throwing to Hope, and Hope is throwing it back. They don't want you.
And then at the end of the match, he attempted to leave through the heel tunnel. Then he like shook his head and then walked back through a babyface tunnel.
It's still weird that they have two opposite tunnels for heels and faces like TNA used to have.
Actually, that goes back to the 70s and 80s because a lot of the territories were set up that way. Like they even had separate locker rooms. I've seen videos of WCCW in Texas.
Yeah.
It wasn't even like you come down and say, it was like opposite sides of the building. Babyface came out on the left side of the building. The heels came out on the right side of the building. So it was two separate eyeballs that came to the ring.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, just like how Impact was. Remember how Impact was with 6-sided ring? They had one entrance on one side and one on the opposite side.
Oh, yeah.
And the faces came on one and the heels came on the other.
Yep.
And then we got Hulk Hogan and Bischoff, and then it went to just one entrance and a 4-sided ring, and then it just went downhill so fast. Like I know roller coasters are quick, but goddamn, that was so fast it was downfall.
Honestly, I was not that big of a fan of the 6-side ring. It was nice, but it was a little awkward sometimes.
A little awkward.
It was good for the X division and people that was doing outrageous shit. So they could do it at any given time.
There you go.
But when it came down to like Nash, Booker T, and like Scott Steiner, nah, they wasn't built for that 6-sided shit. Kurt Angle was. Kurt Angle was built for that. Like he was built for that 6-sided ring. That's like being an octagon. That was like being in a regular wrestling circle. He was built for it, but everybody else, they was not built for that shit.
Man, Kurt Angle was built for any ring. Like, was built for any ring before. When he was, like, on his prime. It was so good, man.
Now, before we go away from Cody, Brandy tweeted, what is the male version of a Karen? Whatever it is, there's a lot of them on this app. The best response,
Okay.
you're married to one.
Oh, yeah, damn. That hit hard.
Cody is a male Karen.
Oh, that needs
God, you know, a male version of a Karen named Kevin, right?
But remember, Cody is going to solve racism in America.
He can't be like his daddy. Well, he actually did better than daddy. His daddy brought a woman that was dancing with him. Cody married a black woman and had a baby by her. So he kind of got that one step up on him.
Yeah, true.
Have you ever looked at Brandy's hands?
No, because I still got her nudes. I don't look at nothing from the shoulders down.
She's got those old black lady hands. It's weird. Yeah.
Hey man, look, as long as she got the grippers on and she can grab the beef, she is okay with me. All I care about.
I want to say, what's up, Valador and DX the Great?
What up, Valador? And
DX, motherfucking great.
Great.
Oh, what up, DX? What up, DX?
Oh, well, before we go any further, can we also talk about this one thing that WWE did at this Survivor Series that made no sense?
Okay.
This Battle Royal.
Yeah. That shit.
When they showed Amos was in it, I was like, Amos is going to win.
Yeah.
Just for the GP of it.
Yeah.
But to see Montez Ford and from Street Profits come out and promote the Pizza Hut pizza, and then that should become a commercial for them promoting the Pizza Hut pizza.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't understand why the fuck you just didn't use R-Truth, because R-Truth made that pizza what it was, that host.
Word.
And he also promoted his album after he got thrown out. He went back and took a selfie and promoted his album. We're never getting that R-Truth. R-Truth finally retires or he passed away. God, I hope he lives forever. We're never getting another R-Truth ever again. The closest we had R-Truth before that was Santino. That was it.
Yeah, sounds about right.
I'm telling you guys, R-Truth is a national treasure.
We must protect him at all costs.
We must protect him.
R-Truth and Betty White.
Exactly.
If R-Truth don't go into the Hall of Fame and they don't induct him with the 24/7 title, it's worthless. It is all pointless, and he doesn't need to be in there at that point.
He has to be the one to retire that shit.
To be honest, he has to retire, and they have to come up with a whole nother belt, because we know WWE is going to have about 47 belts by the time we're like 50.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
He has to retire, man.
Okay, we go back to AEW. That was the only thing that bothered me with the Amos thing. Is him knowing he was going to win, and also listening to the Undertaker after he talked about him on the bump, saying that he's the closest thing that we got to Andre the Giant, because he don't do high flying moves and none of that shit. He do big man moves, and Amos thanked him for that. And I was like, wow, you got this certification from the Undertaker without having to try to beat the Undertaker. So yeah, I got to kind of keep an eye on you, because Undertaker don't give that shit to just everybody.
I mean, that's nice to try to hype him up, but I don't see it. I don't see. I see good things for Omos, but he's not Andre.
Omos is. I mean, he's definitely a different specimen. I mean,
I see young Big Show. I see WCW the Giant.
Nah, I can't see young Big Show. Remember, Big Show was doing drop kicks and drop kick turnbuckles and shit like that. Amos ain't never gotten to the turnbuckle not one time yet in his career.
That's true. That's true.
So he's literally like Andre Giant. He plays to his role. He's a big dude. Why the hell do he need to go up top? He don't need to. Hell, even Mark Henry done it before. Remember?
Yeah.
Mark Henry, Rikishi, Yokozuna.
Oh, Strowman started going to the top.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, everybody was the top. Amos is the only dude. He like, bro, I am already like 7'3". Why the fuck do I need to go on the top rope to stand up to be 13 foot tall? Why? Why would I want to do that stupid shit?
No, yeah, I guess he has a point. AEW botches their Twitter account. They came up with a list. The number of days the last appearance of a match of some of the quote unquote worst wrestlers in AEW. It's been 171 days since we've last seen Joey Janela.
Oh.
Holy shit, you are fucking right.
Kip Sabian, 234 days.
Where are these guys?
Marco Stunt, 247 days.
Marco hasn't been there either.
Well, I think most of them do can wrestle in the indie circuit. I know Joey Janela wrestled a lot of indie.
Oh yeah, he's like in Jersey all the time.
He's from Jersey, so where else would he be?
As a matter of fact, I think he had a match on Sunday in Atlantic City. Dr. Luther, 273 days.
I forgot Dr. Luther was even there.
His last match was against Chris Jericho on TV.
God damn.
That was the Labors to Jericho.
Yeah, that was a long time.
That was his last match. Big Swole, 303 days.
Well, she's House of Glory Women's Heavyweight Champion?
Yeah, I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so she's been doing those things, so she's not gonna be seen on TV until she lose that again.
385 days, Sonny Kiss.
Well, Sonny Kiss been promoting a lot of LGBT things because I follow him on Facebook and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been around a lot, so he's been doing a lot of outside things for AEW. He's basically the Titus O'Neil of AEW without having to kiss ass. He probably get dude in the ass, but still, that's a different story.
Yes, that is a different story.
I love you, Sonny Kiss. I'm just saying it's a joke. I like you. Don't come for me. I don't need LGBT come from me. I don't. Not right now.
Yeah, you don't got that Dave Chappelle money. That's why.
You don't want to be.
I don't got. First of all, they can cancel me. I'm all shit. I don't got nothing to do what the fuck they gonna do.
Another piece of random news. Next year's Wrestle Kingdom 16 will be held on 3 nights.
Ooh.
Now that WrestleMania wants to go to 2 nights.
Was that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday?
Yeah, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
So what that is, one match gonna be an hour long a piece?
Probably.
I'm okay with this.
All right.
Or they're gonna copy me and have a 90-minute Iron Man match.
You might want to get some contract signing.
We could do that with the Rainmaker and Will Ospreay.
Oh yeah.
They can have a 2-hour long Iron Man match. I will watch that 2-hour match. I might doze in and out of it while watching something else, but I'll be there from the beginning to the end.
All right. Before we went on the air, I teased you with the Meltzer star ratings for Full Gear because they didn't come out right away like last week. They came out. I think they came out Monday.
Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
He has a family.
I think Meltzer was trying to clean up his room and trying to get all the cum stuck paper together out of the way.
So Meltzer did not give anything lower than a 3 for this show. You want to know what got a 3?
What?
The pre-show, Hikaru Shida and Thunder Rosa versus Jamie Hayter and Nyla Rose got a 3.
You know what? I'm not going to be mad at that. Because that'd have been WWE. They'd got a 2.5, probably a 2.
The other women's match got a 3.5. Ty Conti versus Britt Baker. That was a 3.
That was actually a good, decent match, especially with Britt Baker.
Okay, the 4s. Pac and Cody versus Andrade and Malachi Black. That was a 4. The Inner Circle against America's Top Team.
And I swear to God, that better be above a 4.
That was a 4.
Like,
to me, that was a 1.
To me, that was a 3. Not even a 3, a 2.5.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, maybe I'm being harsh. Maybe I'll give it a 2, because it was just a clusterfuck. It was nothing happened. So
it did happen. A match they got out of the way instead of it being a long ass end match or fucking close to the main event.
Lucha Brothers versus FTR got a 4.25. I'm okay with that.
FTR deserve a 4-point match because them motherfuckers work their ass off.
Yeah, they do.
Now 3 matches got a 4.5. Daniel Bryanson and Miro, solid match.
Duh. That deserved it.
Punk and Kingston.
That deserved it.
Darby Allin, MJF, 4.5.
I give them that one because Darby Allin and MJF were 2 people I've been wanting to see fight, so I give them that.
Now, from what I hear, the biggest pops of the night were Darby Allin and MJF. From the people in the building, that was the match of the night. But it did not get the highest score. What 2 matches have I not mentioned yet from that pay-per-view?
The heavyweight match with Omega and Hangman Page.
Okay, what's the other match?
Rick Baker and
the Super Click against Christian and Jurassic Express. That got a 5.
What?
Yes, Mr. Meltzer gave Super Click and a 5.
Well, you know what? You said Super Click, so he had his Super Lube this time, so he was ready.
Yes. Now, before I tell you what Omega and Hangman got, let me go through the list of things that have gotten a 5. Okay. 2 years ago, the Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz in a parking lot brawl got a 5.
That was a 3.
Now, mind you, there was no ring. This was just a parking lot brawl, which was pre-taped. It wasn't even live. It was pre-taped. It got a 5. But he refused to judge the Boneyard match because it was pre-taped. He refused to judge the Firefly Funhouse match because it was pre-taped. And he gave the Sting and Darby Allin match. He rated that. He gave that a rating. I forgot what it was. Again, no consistency across whatever. Also, did you know that Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Randy Savage, Kurt Angle, Dean Malenko, Brock Lesnar, Kurt Hennig, and Chris Benoit have never gotten a 5-star match?
First of all those names are 5-star wrestlers.
But they've never been rated a 5-star match by Dave Meltzer. But again, the Best Friends in Santana and Ortiz in a parking lot brawl got a 5.
You know why? You know why? Because it wasn't no production value like a movie shot. It was just them outside with the cameras doing like a regular backstage brawl.
Did you know that Lars Sullivan has a 5-star match?
Say what?
Lars Sullivan was in a 5-star match. It was a triple threat with Adam Cole and I think Johnny Gargano.
That's what he was a 5-star match, because Adam Cole and Gargano, he was just a part of getting a 5-star without having to do shit.
Yes.
That's like saying Ryback is a part of a 5-star match and he was in the ring with The Rock and Stone Cold.
Yes.
He was just there, so he just got the match.
Did you know that John Laurinaitis, aka Johnny Ace, he was in 2 5-star matches?
Johnny Ace with the skateboard, the surfer dude,
yes,
with the long blonde hair, the one that people ball.
Yes,
got a 5-star match.
He was 2 of them. He was in 2. They were tag team matches, but he was in 2 of them.
Would the tag team they facing work the 5-star match?
This is like early 90s early 90s when he was working in Japan.
Okay.
So it was Japan, so obviously he got a higher score. You automatically get 3 stars for working in Japan.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I don't know what Mills is smoking, but I want something I can know.
No.
Now, Adam Page and Kenny Omega got a 5.5.
What the hell?
Yes, they got a 5.5.
Now?
Yeah, he gave okay, because the next thing I was gonna give everything recently that's got higher than a 5.
Well, I know Jericho and Mr. Rainmaker. I know they got a 5 the first time, and I know they got a 5 that's above a 5. I think the second or third time.
Yes. The Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers on the very first Double or Nothing, that got a 5.5.
The hell?
The second time the Bucks took on the Lucha Brothers, that also got a 5.5. I think that was Revolution the first year. Okay. That was the second time they had a match against each other on a pay-per-view. The Bucks versus FTR, where the Bucks beat FTR, that got a 5.5. Adam Page and Hangman, Adam Page and Kenny Omega versus the Young Bucks, that tag title match got a 6.
What the fuck?
Yes.
Boy, let me tell you something. He was in there two-handing that bitch with a hooker next to him.
You want to know what he's smoking, man? You want to know
what's that meme on Instagram? The Gawk Gawk 3000 with the Twisted Wizard. Yeah. He was doing that to himself.
First of all, one, he was doing that shit to himself, and he's watching OnlyFans. He was on Pornhub. He had to have like 9 computers open on porn, and he had to have hella lube around him. He probably, bro, no offense, he probably was so shiny he looked like fucking Bobby Lashley's head in the first 2 minutes of a match. Jesus Christ, man. Dude.
I'm telling you, this is what he's smoking, man. He's smoking that
Alien OG.
Alien OG, man.
Boy, let me tell you something. He's smoking that shit. I need to start selling the kid. I swear to God.
You know what's funny? This one old he's not gonna say he's old. He's pushing 60, but he still like hangs out with young bitches or whatever. So
you talking about Rick?
You remember Star from Star and Buck Wild?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he still does a podcast. He was talking about hanging out with one of his young bitches. So his chick brought some Alien OG. He was like, yo, I was knocked out for 3 days.
Good Jesus Lord. What the hell is in that? That shit sound potent. I don't even want to touch that, but at the same time, I kind of want it.
So yeah.
Hey, know the drugs, man.
Yeah, Dave Meltzer has lost all sense of what a wrestling match is, unless it's the Young Bucks and Kenny Omega.
Dave Meltzer right now might go work for WWE because it sounds like he could kiss Vince ass the right way.
Yeah. So again, let me go down this list of people that have never had a 5-star match: Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Randy Savage, Kurt Angle, Chris Benoit, Kurt Hennig, Dean Malenko, and Brock Lesnar.
They all sound like 5.5-star matches.
And what's really funny is half the names you said all have wrestled in Japan, where he would get away 5-star matches, and they still haven't gotten one. That is fucking crazy and remarkable.
Okay, now I said Britt Baker versus Ty Conti. That got a 3.5, right? Mm-hmm. Very popular matches from history that you would have thought got a higher rating, but Meltzer only gave a 3.5 to. Bret Hart versus Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 8.
That should have been a 6. That's a 6.
Shawn Michaels versus Ric Flair at WrestleMania 24, 3.5.
That's a 5.
That's a 5.
Hell, that could have been a 7. How emotional that match was.
The Rock versus Hulk Hogan at WrestleMania 18, 3.5.
That's a goddamn 100. What do you mean?
What? You know what?
Let me
true one a lifetime match. Like we'll never get that again.
Let me reiterate that the Best Friends versus Santana and Ortiz got a 5. That got a 5.
No offense. The Best Friends are cool. Santana Ortiz, good cool. Tag team.
Those are some cool ass niggas. I'd hang out with them.
But you got me fucked up to the left.
Yeah.
Like, I will send, look, I will send this to them personally, just a clip of me saying, you got me fucked up. There's no way in hell y'all men deserve a 5 for that match. That match was not a 5. That match was at least under a 4. Like, it could have been 3.5, 3.8. A 5? Bruh, I went and left the room midway of that match.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
We gotta investigate Meltzer's mind, man. We gotta investigate.
We gotta investigate him. We gotta figure out, where he live at, and then go do him.
I I believe
what you call
he lives in Rancho Cucamonga, across the street from the Young Bucks.
You know what? I don't think he lives across the Young Bucks. He remember we do see pictures of him in an attic. I feel like he's in one of their attics. He lives with the Young Bucks, literally.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Yeah, so that's Dave Meltzer for you.
Dave Meltzer, the man that don't know how to count a star. I bet you we put a star next to things. He do it as a 4-point star. He don't do it as a full 5-point.
So he makes a rhombus,
basically. And then that 6-star match, that man was summoning the devil. He was trying to bring Satan up here so he can make sure all the matches the Young Bucks get are 6s.
Oh, he was hitting him with the pentagrams then.
Oh man.
Mm-hmm. He got a goat head next to his computer, some black candles. And he always wished for the Bucks and Kenny Omega to always do great.
His old ritual.
Mm-hmm.
I would be scared if Dave Meltzer was to rate music and movies. I feel like the most dumbest movies would get the best ratings with him.
Pootie Tang, 12 stars.
Oh, first of all, no.
Street Fighter the movie.
Dragon Ball Evolution. Dragon Ball Evolution would be the best film on the planet.
That was really
no
bad.
movie top.
There was nothing redeemable about that movie. It was bad.
You know, the only thing redeemable about that movie was Piccolo. King Piccolo was the only thing redeeming about that movie. As soon as he showed up, I was like, he's not green, but damn it, he's the closest we got to something to look close to what he looked like in the damn show. Everything else, including who played Goku again?
I don't even know.
See, that's how bad it was. I don't remember who played Goku. All I know is they try to spike his hair up like Goku, and that shit was the most dumbest thing ever.
And he was in high school, bro, or in college, whatever.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a kid.
He was a high school student with bullies. First of all, who the fuck is bullying Goku?
Well, then again, Gohan got bullied when he went to high school.
But Gohan was different. Gohan got sent to school. Goku came to Earth as a alien baby, grew up in the woods, and fucking became an adult and had a child. Nigga, Chi-Chi was letting that nigga go around and be like him? Hell no. He was going to be a scholar. He was going to be the Shane McMahon of the WWE, and then that motherfucker went left.
Oh, that's a nice comparison.
That is nice.
I try my best some days. I have been watching a lot of anime lately again.
Yeah, it's a good comparison. I like it.
Moving on to our fantasy booking segment.
Yeah.
Last week was Alex Lee Hill's latest pay-per-view, Ignition.
I feel like my pay-per-views need like that old WWE vignette in the beginning where they used to have like little sound, like Great Ball of Fire. You used to have the fire sound, and then the two balls would hit, and then they would just stay in there. I feel like Ignition should just had a car revving up, or have Don Toretto go with family.
Who needs wrestling when you have family?
There you go. See, that will work. That's a catchphrase. I got to remember that now.
Sound bites. I'll put it in there.
So we kicked off the night. Our announcer, Mauro Ranello, he was introducing the show. Everyone, welcome to Dragon Force. Earlier today, our cameras caught this interaction in the hallways. And it was Cesaro and Deonna Purrazzo. They were just standing there. And up walks Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar doesn't belong here. So Cesaro says, aren't you on the wrong show there, big fella? And then Deonna Purrazzo said, yeah, what are you doing here, farm boy? So Brock says, you know, Paul wants to start Plan B, right?
Mm.
And
everything is coming into motion.
Yes. And our opening match was Cesaro versus Jay Lethal. And this was a killer match. The voting is currently, because I fucked up, I started a little late yesterday. There's still like 2 hours worth of voting. But right now it is 14-10 in favor of Cesaro.
Wow. That's actually a good amount of voting.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who I voted for?
You scroll. You voted for Cesaro.
Yep. I was thinking about Jay Lethal, but I was like, Cesaro is also my man. I gotta give it to him.
I think I voted for Cesaro as well.
Yes, you did. You did vote for Cesaro. And next up, we had them boys, the Briscoe brothers. They were taking on the North, and they whooped that ass all across the arena.
Telling you, boys, the N-word got said a lot through this match. I feel like it did. I swear, I feel like this whole match sounded racist when I started it.
Voting is currently 16-6.
Damn.
Yeah.
I thought Briscoes would take it.
Next up, we got Kaylee Ray taking on Sasha Banks in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And Sasha is whooping that ass up and down the aisles, down the hallways in the back, out in the parking lot. Voting is currently 18-4.
Good Lord, they back there taking towels off of Tori Reynolds. Can't miss that day. Good times. Best times of WWE. Go in the back, women fighting the women match. What are you doing back here? Remove your towel. Bare boobs are being shot. Yeah,
oh, yeah.
Great time. This will never go back to that. Never.
And the main event, we got Wardlow taking on Shane Taylor and Shane Taylor Promotions, which is sadly going away soon. Hopefully they'll land in another promotion and we can continue that. But Wardlow is in the lead currently.
I got to think. Why y'all people don't like Shane Taylor? What's wrong with y'all?
I don't know.
Boy.
I'm guessing maybe enough people don't watch Ring of Honor.
I don't think enough people know who he really is.
I think I did Wardlow or Shane.
Wardlow cool, but Shane Taylor, my man. Like,
no, you voted Shane Taylor.
You
did vote Shane Taylor.
Yeah, I believe.
I'm gonna say Shane Taylor used to come out with a goddamn body bag and put niggas in it. What you mean, son? Like he was the original Black Undertaker. Even though that indie version Undertaker had the most gangsterest name ever, he was the nigger taker. I don't understand how that got by.
I've never heard of him.
Oh my God! If you Google him right now, it will show a picture of a dude like Undertaker with the Phantom mask, and he goes by the nigger taker, and it's literally all capital letters.
Valdor says, "I love how the writer of Dragon Ball Evolution apologized to Dragon Ball fan breaks several times over the years."
Bruh, he apologizes like every other year. Like I feel like he get death threats still.
Probably.
Because I know I sent him one. It wasn't that bad, but I know people were worse.
And then before going off the air, Gail Kim came out to the ring. She called out Deonna Purrazzo. She says, "Get your ass out here. How many times do I have to tell you I am not afraid of you or that shady walrus ass GM you call your manager? You will never beat me for this championship. I saw you and Cesaro talking to Brock Lesnar, and that don't mean shit to me, and you ain't shit either."
First of all, Gail Kim, your husband is a cook. Brock Lesnar is a man like he eats other men. That's not a fight that you want to take.
Yes, and then Deonna bitch slapped her and proceeded to put boots to asses.
You know, I feel like I should have had drafted The Rock over there just for the purposes of being not even a manager, but he should have been like a ring announcer. I feel like that would have been great to just have him say something.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can discuss adding to the roster, but I feel like we'd also have to let somebody go at the same time.
Hey man, look, remember, my wrestling promotion is all about trying to get up to this title. If you don't make it, what else do you need to do at this point? Be either start at the bottom or go somewhere else. I do like Vince. I say you're the chosen one and let you go and then bring you back a couple of years later.
Mm-hmm. Drew McIntyre.
Yep. Heath Slater. Rhino.
Yeah.
Even Mendez don't know. Even Mendez that one time. E. Marie. That's second guy off the time.
Yeah, Gender.
God, Gender. I wanted to bring Heath Slater back because Heath Slater
do not get in a rap battle with Jinder Mahal. You will get fired.
Even though Top Dollar dropping his mixtape,
yeah,
that shit was still fire because that verse he did when he left, I was like, yo, he got a point. He used to be a world champion in the end of promotion. He used to be on ESPN with that belt. So, kind of fucked WWE for real.
Yeah.
And what you call Shane Strickland's already being booked for new matches already.
Oh, freaking Taya Valkyrie, she's already booked like every week through March. So immediately she started taking bookings. I think she's doing one January 2nd, and then she's just doing every weekend through March already.
I think I think almost every wrestler that WWE has let go already has started taking bookings, but they're just not promoting them because they still got that damn 90-day
Oh,
bullshit.
Taya Valkyrie does not care. She's putting all of that shit on social media.
Didn't care either.
First of all, Taya Valkyrie knows she's never going to get back in WWE, and she's never going to be a main roster person.
Yeah,
as Sasha Banks or Charlotte or Bailey with them cheeks.
who I think she's coming back soon.
Too, right?
She keeps hinting at it.
Well, she need to come back soon. I kind of need her and Bianca Belair to kind of finish their little beef they had because they just ended that all weirdly.
All right, now this week, my grandiose pay-per-view, the biggest thing of the year, Death Before Dishonor. And as teased last week, after The Undertaker showed up and took out, Brock Lesnar already beaten up Darby Allin, but he came to confront Darby Allin after the match. He said, "You, me, Death Before Dishonor, you will rest in peace." So we're kicking off the pay-per-view. Undertaker, Darby Allin in a last ride match.
Now, quick question. How long is this match? Undertaker entrances are normally like 45 minutes long.
Well, if I really timed out this pay-per-view, it's at least 5 hours. I've at least got a 5-hour pay-per-view.
So what you're saying is Darby Allin got a regular entrance, come in with Sting, do a little skateboard thing. Undertaker got the long entrance with the druids, the smoke, the lightning, the fire pyro. Then he shows up like 30 minutes later.
Now, you remember WrestleMania, what was it, 33 was it? No, it wasn't Tampa. Orlando.
It was Orlando, yeah.
Where they had that monster stage that came from like the roof of the stadium. Now, imagine Darby Allin on his skateboard going down that ramp.
First of all, that's like Darby Allin going down the ramp in his house, man. Dude, that is normal. Like, I really feel like Darby Allin would do that, and he would ask somebody, "Can you build a half pipe ramp at the bottom?"
Yes, that's what I was gonna say next. Put a half pipe at the bottom and let him do a fucking like double backflip into the ring on a skateboard.
Or do what you call it? Do like they used to do Sin Cara with the little springboard and have him do that into the ring. Time it right so he can land in the ring. Oh my God! I'd be like, I don't need to see who wins. That just alone was the best thing under.
Next up, we have a cold match. There's no real build up to it, but these are two of the best in where they've been in their careers. We've got Kazuchika Okada taking on Randy Orton.
First of all, let me tell you something. In real life, I need to see this match before Randy ever retires.
Yeah.
I feel like if Randy ever leaves WWE and he's still, Randy will be at his prime at 80. I don't think Randy will ever not be at his prime.
Uh-huh.
I feel like Randy should just go over to Japan for the one time.
Word.
And do a match with him and do some real strong style wrestling. I feel like that would solidify Randy at the top of the wrestling Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, and get that, he's boring stench off of him, because he's not really boring. It's just he
Randy's
does everything so effortlessly.
Like, I can tell you right now, Randy and John Cena are two carbon copies of the same person. They just have two different roles of it. It's like Red Hood and Nightwing. They both was trained to do one thing. They just took opposite roles.
Right.
Easy. But Randy has never been a boring guy. Only people say Randy is boring because I guess people are tired of seeing the RKO. But you gotta understand, that move is a move that he has hit everybody out of every other wrestling move. There's no wrestling move on this planet that has been as equal to the RKO except for the crippling crossface.
Word.
The crippling crossface is the only move that I ever seen somebody, I don't get powerbomb crippling crossface. Clothesline, crippling crossface. Hurricanrana, crippling cross. No matter what you did to Chris Benoit, he got you in the crippling crossface. No matter what you do to Randy, he's getting the RKO off. At this point right now, Matt Riddle is coming in second with doing RKO as good as him.
Word. Next match, it's a grudge coming out of the little segment last week where Jordynne Grace was thrown out of the faction now known as Daddy's Girls. So Jordynne Grace she's in a first blood match against Rachel Ellerling, her former tag partner, with Charlotte Flair in Rachel Ellerling's corner.
Hey, quick thing. So I was thinking about this last week when you stated that faction of Daddy's Girls.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, now that I got the heat press, I got to buy the printer. If I make that to a real shirt and send it to one of them for real, if they wear it, that would make your faction a real faction in real life.
Word.
because that seems to be the perfect faction of them. Like, if they just wore to just outing somewhere, that would just solidify them as like, who the hell is Daddy's girl? Oh, now you want to know who they are, huh? I think you might need to come over to the show. I feel like I might do this shit now. I feel like any faction we come over to name and it's better than WWE can ever make. I feel like we should make it and do a copyright over it immediately, and then just send the wrestler a T-shirt like, here you go.
Next up, Danhausen. He comes out to the ring. He pulls up a chair. He says, you know what? I'm going to sit here for the next 15 minutes because no one in this company is evil enough to face me. That's why I didn't get booked. So he sits there.
I feel like Danhausen will actually do this shit.
He sits there for a couple minutes. He's sitting there, and then dun 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 dun. Demon Finn Balor comes out. And now we've got Danhausen versus Demon Finn Balor.
I would kill to see that. I would pay to watch that match. If WWE was to ever do that, and we know we'll never get Danhausen because they'll make him a joke, but at this point now, Danhausen is a joke, and he would love it.
Word.
I would pay for that to be the semi-main event.
Well, no, I still got like 5 more matches.
No. I'm saying general. Like if it went to a real company and that was the semi-main event, once that match was over, I would leave. I wouldn't have to see nothing else. I'd be done.
Next match, another cold match, but you know, Brock Lesnar, he has to come to every show. He has to show up for work. He will take it on W. Morrissey, the big boy.
Ooh.
7 feet tall, and you can't teach that. No, Brock Lesnar's first real test since he's shown up to work because you know he's been taking on kind of small guys, taking on jobbers. So he's got a real test here with W. Morrissey.
He might as well because Morrissey contract ended with Impact already.
Yep, I saw that. Yep. Next up, we have our women's world title match. We have Asuka, the reigning TNA Women's Champion, taking on Tessa Blanchard. And then next up, we have another tag team contenders match because last week, the Usos and Red Dragon, they had a draw. There was no winner. So the Usos will take on Red Dragon again tonight. And then that winner of that match immediately will then go into the Fatal 4-Way for the tag team titles, the AEW tag team titles. Current champions, FTR, also in that match. War Machine, also in that match. Santana and Ortiz, Fatal 4-Way, also taking on winner of Usos and Red Dragon. So you gotta make it through 2 matches if you want that titles, Usos and Red Dragon.
Let me tell you, Dave Meltzer, super greasy, 2 big men slapping meat, watching this match, and still probably give them a 2-star.
Yes. And then our lovely, lovely ring announcer, Lillian Garcia, comes to the ring.
Still a baddie.
Word. She's like 50-something, and she's still fine as fuck.
What?
She comes to the ring to announce our main event. And as AJ Styles asked Shane McMahon, this is a first ever match. The first ever Hell in a Cell ladder match. The winner must climb the ladder and retrieve the title hanging from the center of the cage. Or
how tall is this cage? Is this cage 70 foot tall?
No. It's a standard Hell in a Cell. It's 24 feet. I'm not going overboard.
Okay.
24 feet. 24 feet. I'm not going overboard.
Do we have the retractable cable so they can pull it up and down so nobody can win?
The winner must climb the ladder and retrieve the title from the center of the cage. Or if you can escape the cage and climb on top, there's a hatch, and you can open the door and take the title that way.
No offense, that sounds dope as hell, and I hope somebody's listening in the world of wrestling.
And why has WWE not done a Hell in a Cell ladder match? I don't know.
You know why? Because we got to go through all the stages. We got to go through the hardcore, the kendo stick, the table, the stairs. We got you know what match I'm waiting for? Remember Ready to Rumble?
Yeah.
Remember the 3 stages of hell, like a Hell in a Cell?
Yeah.
Why don't we have that for real? Because didn't WCW do that once for real?
Yeah. Now,
why has WWE not done that?
Word. Now, AJ Styles also asked for more than one opponent. He said, I'll take on anybody. Give me a bunch of people. So, AJ Styles will be taking on Adam Page, Nick Aldis, and Walter.
Woo! So, all I hear was a lot of slaps, some bare meat chest, and me cheering for more chops.
Yes. So
I'm here for this.
Our main event is the first ever Hell in a Cell ladder match, fatal 4-way with IWGP champion AJ Styles taking on Walter, Nick Aldis, and Adam Page.
You know what this sounds like? This sounds like an 11-year-old with a whole bunch of wrestling toys and a lot of time making this match. And I would sit there and see the outcome of this match.
And I told you I was going to have a 5-hour pay-per-view.
Yeah, that match alone. First of all, setting up the Hell in a Cell and trying to fit that thing to it would be 2 hours by itself. And then having them come out, where is it going to be held at? Because that's got to be a big ass arena to hold that.
Oh, we're going to I think where do I want to go? Let's go to freaking let's go to Dallas. Where WrestleMania is this year. Dallas, the biggest arena in the United States, AT&T Stadium.
It's so funny because you sit here thinking, I'm like, you should just go to Dallas. That'd probably be the biggest place to do it. You know me,
110,000 seats.
My pay-per-view was going to be across seas in the UK.
The O2 Arena, I think that's what they call it.
The biggest arena over there.
Yeah. All right, it's 8:00. You got one quick news story before we go?
Oh yeah, Ric Flair had a thing where he said he will never go back to WWE ever. And he's pissed off at the fact that they took his rule away from him. They own it. So he said he would never go back to WWE ever again. So he said if Tony Khan ever asked him to work for them and do a contract, he said if it was to wrestle or just to be there full time, he is with the motions of doing it.
Word.
And he stated that, and he said no offense to Vince, we're cool, but yeah, I'm never coming to fuck back.
Oh, he also mentioned that it's mostly because of Nick Khan that works for WWE because he said he just does real dirty business.
Shit, he works for Vince. Vince does real dirty business too. These are two real dirty men.
Word.
He does.
All right, it's that time. We're gonna get out of here. I've been Darth Messiah. You, sir?
Alex the motherfucking Heelz.
Good night, J Kid.
Good night to all, and to all good night.
Bravery up.
MJF is just a low rent Miz.
Good night.